Okay, so welcome to WQUE.TV Telepathic Television. This is episode 4. And joining us are Parkbot, our artificial intelligence.
Greetings.
We have Sarah M., who is a paranormal archaeologist. Thank you for joining us from New York. We have Davey, who is
I'm just happy to be here.
He's a cryptozoologist, an amateur cryptozoologist. I'm happy to have him here. And from Spain, from a secret base that I think it's almost too much information that we're saying it's from Spain. But we have the commander, a supervillain, yes, but more importantly, and for the purposes of our program, a brilliant astrophysicist, chemist, and teleportation expert. He's joining us today from a fortress in Spain. Welcome, Commander.
I pity you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is that we're recording episode 4 and we're all here. The bad news is that, typical, just like last episode, we are starting to immediately waste people's time because Dr. Tyler Schondelmeyer, our head cryptozoologist, has not shown up. He was the one who's going to kick off the report. So anyway, we're already starting on a bad note, and so which is typical. So I'm prepared for that. Anyway, so what Tyler should have said to us at this point is that this week, reliable sources from across the globe reported on an amazing event that occurred. Yes, the Mars rover, a new Mars rover, has landed on Mars, but that's not that. But that's cool. But the really cool part is that it was taking a film footage of the landscape of Mars, and it caught crystal clear Weird Al hanging out on Mars, sans breathing apparatus, standing next to a phone booth. I'm not so surprised that Weird Al has been spotted in Mars, but I really am curious about how he got there, who built the hold on. Oh, okay, that's Dave, sir, man, how can I help you?
Well, I am pondering if this was actually landing on Mars or the planet near Mars that Weird Al has already sung of with the radioactive hamsters.
And what's the name of that planet?
A planet near Mars. Ask Weird Al. Only he knows the truth.
Everyone, as usual, everyone's done their research. Sarah, you had your hand up. Do you have anything interesting to contribute?
Oh, he beat me to it. I was just going to say, well, I mean, do we know if it's current?
Well, it's current. It was a live recording. It was via Martian satellite on the rover, straight to NASA, straight to SpaceX, straight to YouTube.
But how do we know this isn't a time crossover from the 1980s?
What color was the sky? If the sky was blue, then we know it was older Mars. If the sky was like a hazy reddish, it's current Mars.
And if we look at a picture of Weird Al from now to the 80s, he really hasn't changed.
Actually, he has changed. In the 1980s, he wore his hair in a short perm and had a mustache. Now he looks like Kenny G. Which Weird Al Yankovic was seen on Mars.
The sky was purple.
Sky was purple. So gosh, that actually means it was like a transitional phase, not a current photo.
Fool. So, you said the sky was blue.
No.
Will originally said the sky was blue. Would you like me to play back the recording?
Okay, the sky was blue. So it's a recording for, are we suggesting now on this show without any data, well, maybe the commander has data, that the picture that the Mars rover in present tense, you're suggesting that perhaps he captured a picture from the past? Can you answer me? It's a fucking question. Is that what you guys are suggesting? No.
I'm
Weird
suggesting
Al?
time is moving differently.
Oh, where were you moving?
Where was I moving, or where is time moving?
No, where was time moving in your theory, Sarah?
In my theory, the images that we were getting were from the past, but it's current there.
But oh, are you talking about the like a time sandwich theory that that Weird Al from the 80s and the rover now it's concurrent occurrences?
Yeah.
And somehow the rovers, you're suggesting taking a picture. The producer says this is interesting. It's the first time she has said anything in this show is interesting. So thank you for having us. No, thank you for us having you here. That was the me from another dimension that he comes in now. Anyway, so time, why did the rover do that? How it was not equipped for that?
Are we sure that this is from the current rover? This might have been a cross signal from an older rover?
Nope. This is new rover potentially taking a picture of the past. Once again, the reason for this episode was for us just to talk about Weird Al now. And now we're talking about something weirder and deeper. We're now talking about, that's what happens when you invite a paranormal archaeologist. They're like, well, it's a time thing.
Fact. I am related to the Mars rover. Posts were programmed by Parktronics International.
The commander, I can tell him a commander is very interested in the potential of you being related to the Mars rover. I'm not sure in a benign way either.
I really don't like Parktronics International. They still need to send me a new spectrometer, and it's been 5 weeks. Where do
Thank
I
you
file?
for contacting Parktronics International customer service. All lines are busy. Your wait time will be 5 millennia.
Now, Mr. the Commander, if you're being beamed here live
Commander,
via satellite.
Listen, I'll tell you what, I've known the commander longer than I'd like to admit. And I think that if this show doesn't straighten up and fly right soon, there's going to be consequences. I could tell the last time I hung out with him in person, at least 5 people disappeared. I'm not sure that they're dead, but I know that they're not on this plane of reality, which is worse than death.
Now, Mr. Commander, though, if you're being beamed here live via your own satellite, presumably, you must have some experience with space exploration and or launching satellites.
I'm sorry, your question is?
Mr. the Commander, he asks if you are familiar with satellite technology, including rovers.
I would presume so.
Would you like to elaborate?
Not much, not really.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. The trajectory of this show is starting to remind me of last week. So let's try to get back on track. Did they design this Mars rover with technology that we were not maybe supposed to be aware of? Is that a possibility?
What would be the benefits?
You tell me. Let me ask you this first, because now again, there's a connect. Is Parktronics associated with the company or companies that built the Mars rover that is currently roving around Mars, picking up signals from the past?
I'm designed for customer service.
You're designed for frustrating all of us, is what you're doing today, Parkbot.
Thank you.
Maybe you need to go back to the dark webs. You need to loosen up. Okay, so
Did Weird Al Yankovic sing while he was on Mars?
No.
Knowing which song would help us place which timeline he's from.
He wasn't playing a song, Parkbot. That's what making it, I guess, harder. Not that I just realized that we picked up a signal from the past because of the blue sky, which I think I said purple, but whatever.
Yeah, it would really be a shame if his Mars sessions went undiscovered. I hear he had some like studio musicians up there.
Were the studio musicians Martians?
Was he alone?
Yes, he was alone. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to have to do this guy's fucking job. Of course. I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'm going to show you the picture. World News.
I find your lack of preparation disturbing.
You know what? I find your lack of empathy disturbing. Hold on. Here we go. So that's not what I was looking for. That's great. This shows another gangbanger of a winner, another bangarang. Okay, let's try this again. Where's Tyler? The bane of my existence. Okay, here we go. See, this is him here. Can you guys see this?
Affirmative.
I am seeing it clearly.
Of course I can.
I can see it.
All right, so there he's by himself.
With no mustache. No mustache.
Again, I feel like this falls into my theory of him being on the past, because when's the last time you saw a fucking phone booth?
Well, whoa. The phone booth we haven't even gone to the phone booth. Look at that. Elon Musk is pissed. He beat me there. Ha! Who's Tony Stark now, punko? Anyway, this thing is amazing. It's that's how he got there, presumably. He's using some type of tech that is clearly more advanced than anything Elon Musk or NASA or the Russian Space Agency.
So he's using a low-grade TARDIS?
Well, yes, maybe a low-grade TARDIS, but a low-grade TARDIS,
it's American-made.
For us, a high-grade, incredible spaceship.
Leave it to Ma Bell. Ma Bell got the space transportation.
According to the dark web, Weird Al Yankovic is attempting to travel back in time to claim songwriting rights for all of the songs he parodies later.
And for once, I'm glad you're back on the dark web. Congratulations. You're probably going to loosen up a little bit now and think clearer.
It is so he can sue the musicians for royalties later.
How long is this his first trip? And why is he okay? Is this his first trip?
Negative. The amount of previous trips is unconfirmed, but this has been the first trip that has been cited.
Where else has he traveled to? And when has he traveled to, Parkbot? And we want to know everything.
He has traveled to 1983 to claim that he wrote Beat It before Michael Jackson did. Then he recorded Eat It.
So he failed.
Yes, he was stopped by Time Police.
Okay, I want a show of hands. Who knew about Time Police? Sarah's bored. She's gone.
I'm not bored. I'm just sending you a picture of him in his Time Police uniform.
Could you share the screen? You have share screen capability, Sarah.
Do I?
Yeah. You just share. You press share screen and you can share it. You're a freaking paranormal archaeologist.
Not a technologist.
She's interested in the past, man, not the present, not the future.
Commander, I have something I'm suspicious. Are you supposed to be on another show?
It appears so, yes.
It appears. And how did you? Okay, so how did we get your signal? If you're in a signal for another TV show that I don't know what show are you on that we're interrupting?
The show is of no consequence to you.
Okay.
It is a house flipping show.
A what flipping show?
A house flipping show.
Thank you. See, I have an AI, Commander. Oh look, there's Weird Al. There's Weird Al in time travel regalia.
No mustache.
No mustache.
No, it's just one step further to him taking over the world.
So is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends how much you like Weird Al.
I mean, I love Weird Al.
Yeah, he's a mensch. This falls squarely under good news.
He could be a mensch of a dictator.
This is fascinating. So we know a couple of things. We now know that the Mars rovers somehow took a picture from the past that is occurring right now. That is Weird Al. Is he on Mars or is he on Earth? Is the picture that we're picking up from Mars or Earth? It looks like he's on Mars. Why would he be
takes
there?
Vacations there.
He takes, okay.
He does not only use his abilities for evil.
Okay.
I mean, where better to quarantine than on Mars?
Okay.
I feel like we have circles within circles of time travel now, though, because we have older photos of him with the blue or purple sky, but also he's time traveling. The feed itself is from the rover that we just sent up. So why are we getting these time travel photos now?
Commander,
is this intentional?
Commander, any theories?
Not really. No.
Yeah, okay. Do you feel threatened?
Should I have a theory?
No, you don't have to have a theory. You're just here on this show about information on a lot of things.
And I thought that you were our resident expert on nefarious measures.
Well, that's
Foolish boy. That would be you.
Okay. Let's settle down.
He is an expert on furry animals and sandwiches made of furry animals.
Commander.
Yeah, you can ask me all you want to about vampire squirrels and how they fit into a baguette.
David, just keep talking over me. Jesus Christ. Commander, as a supervillain, do you feel threatened by the fact that we are now getting information that Weird Al, pop singer, is also, sounds like, a supervillain who's trying to take over the world? How do you feel about that?
Neither here nor there.
Okay.
You don't feel threatened at all?
The guy time travels, Commander. Could you time travel?
Should I?
Can you?
That's a very interesting question. Do you not think?
No, I think it's interesting. That's why I asked it, sir.
And I suppose you want a response.
You know what? I'm getting used to the fact that no one is going to respond in any logical way or even care to respond. I mean, listen, our correspondent, Tyler Schondelmeyer, what?
Indeed, if anybody could time travel, I wish they would go back in time and fix his computer for us.
Where's Weird Al when we need him to fix
He went back in time to break Tyler's computer so that he could not be on this show to report his findings.
Nefarious.
So, oh, hold on. We got a message from our sponsor. So we have a proud sponsor who are they're donating some cash today. We're going to make up some of the money we lost when Tyler did nothing except to speak to a mechanic in Puerto Rico. So anyway, here we go. So have you or your loved one been a victim of Sasquatch-related vehicular homicide, Sasquatch-related mistaken identity, or Sasquatch-related impersonation and or chicanery? Well, you're in luck because the offices of Frederick and Jacobson are here to help. Frederick and Jacobson, Sasquatch attorneys at law. Thank you.
Thank you.
So at least we're not going to go bust today. Does anyone else have anything interesting to say? Because Tyler just texted me. He said his computer's not working. I don't know that I could be mad at him because Parkbot just told us that Weird Al, supervillain, I'm not listening to his records for a while, has intentionally destroyed Tyler's computer to thwart any progress that we can make on the mystery of the Mars rover, recording footage from the past of Weird Al, currently in the 80s, trying to hijack Beat It from Michael Jackson.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is Tyler using a flip phone?
No. Tyler,
does he have a smartphone?
nothing's working.
Tyler was also recently irradiated. This was not an accident.
Wait a second. So the earthquake was an attempt to kill Tyler?
A doomsday device was utilized.
Was it Weird Al?
Information not found.
Information not found. Okay, listen, we're getting near danger levels of like us talking about maybe the wrong thing. Is that what you're, is that, am I picking up that?
This is starting to sound anti-Semitic to me.
What's correct? The perpetrator of the earthquake was not Weird Al.
Who was it? What was it?
Would you like to talk more about Weird Al?
Thank you for joining us. This has been WQUE television, telepathic television, presumably, but there's really not much going on here. David, thank you for joining us.
A pleasure. Thank you.
You were very useful. Parkbot, you are always fascinate me and scare me in equal measure. Sarah, you almost saved us with your, really good theories on things I'm gonna have to think about. And Commander, I hope, did you enjoy yourself?
It would take a strong stomach to do so.
You heard it here.
Indeed.
The only way to enjoy telepathic television is to have a strong stomach. Have a great evening.